Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's episode of TNA Impact Wrestling for May 16th, 2013. Trying to do this video yet again. My webcam keeps doing this flicker thing, which you cannot turn off. Really pissing me off, so I'm trying to put lights all over the place, and I don't know, hopefully it's working. It's working right now, so. Anyways, as far as this week's show goes, I thought it was pretty entertaining. I mean, you had 6 matches in a 2-hour show, so that was an improvement. We've been getting 4, sometimes 3, so I'm glad we got 6 matches. And there it goes again, the flicker thing. Like if I do this, it'll focus. And then if I move too far back, alright, it seems to be working again. It's driving me crazy. But anyways, keep losing my train of thought here. We got the 6 matches on this show. I thought it had some entertaining stuff, so I got to give TNA credit this week. And it starts off with Hulk Hogan coming out. He says, last week Kurt Angle took the fight to AJ Styles. So AJ can go ahead and join the Aces and Eights because who cares? That's what he actually said. And he makes Kurt Angle versus AJ at Slammiversary. He says tonight there's going to be a contract signing with Sting and Bully Ray. And he wants Abyss to come out so he can thank him for helping Team TNA last week. Abyss doesn't show, so instead Joseph Park comes out and he tells Hogan he couldn't believe Abyss was here. And Hogan says we need to find Abyss. Devon and D'Lo Brown come out and they want to find Abyss too, so Joseph Park gets pissed off and he tells Devon that he wants a match with him. And Devon says, well, you can't go around making matches and you haven't earned it. So D'Lo says, well, how about I'll take on Joseph Park? And Hogan makes that match. So it's Park versus D'Lo Brown. And Hogan says after Park beats him, he gets a shot at Devon. Backstage, the cameraman asks James Storm what happened last week, and he just says, watch. The first thing I thought was what happened with that weird injury thing where you just went down to count and you started freaking out all over the place. But I know, I've read the dirt sheets and everything. I know what happened. He tore a groin or abdomen or something. A video for Christian York talking about the Bound for Glory series. Bobby Roode versus Chavo. Storm comes out, spits beer in Rude's face. The ref rings the bell, so I guess Rude wins by disqualification here. Storm just walks away. Kurt Angle comes out and says he doesn't want to wait until Slammiversary to face AJ. But instead Anderson comes out and he tells Angle next week they will be patching in AJ Styles, and he dares Angle to show up. So Angle snaps, he attacks Anderson. AJ runs out, kicks Angle in the head, and then leaves. So they're still doing the whole mystery thing with AJ Styles. Is he going to join the Aces and Eights? Is he with TNA? Is he doing his own thing? What's he doing? It's been said a million times. It's Sting from WCW. What I don't understand is why is he attacking Kurt Angle? Why did he lay out James Storm? So I really hope TNA has a good explanation for this and it's not just something they pull out of their ass that makes no fucking sense. If they have a good explanation, this is a great storyline for AJ. Jay Bradley talking about the Bound for Glory series. I thought this video was very good. It's Jay Bradley versus Christian York. Bradley hits the boomstick for the win, so he advances. I guess next week it's going to be Sam Shaw versus Alex Silva, and Jay Bradley will face the winner of that match to get into the Bound for Glory series. It's got to be Jay Bradley going in. I really thought it was Christian York, even though Jay Bradley is the best choice, I think. But now that York is out, it's got to be Bradley. I mean, Silva they didn't even want. That was Ric Flair, so he wasn't even supposed to win gut check. And then Sam Shaw they haven't done anything with. So I think it's definitely going to be Bradley. And I'm happy about that. Storm leaves Hogan's office where he got chewed out and he's pissed off. The Aces and Eights are excited about patching in AJ. Bully's off doing God knows what, so Anderson's acting like he's in charge, and D'Lo tells Anderson he's going to kick Park's ass later. Mickie James wants a match at Slammiversary. Brooke Hogan says she can't give her the match, but next week she'll get a title shot. Bully Ray shows up and tells Brooke he will never divorce her, so I guess it's good they're at least doing something with that storyline. They didn't just completely drop it. Hopefully they can just wrap it up. I just hate when they leave storylines open like that. Just even though I'm not a big fan of it, just hurry up and finish it. The whole divorce thing. We get Gail Kim versus Velvet Sky, which actually got a lot of time. Velvet wins with a roll-up. Afterwards, Gail attacks her, does the figure 4 around the ring post. Chris Sabin versus Kenny King versus Petey Williams for the X Division title. Great match here, best match on the show. Big surprise, I know. Sabin hits a fireman's carry on Petey Williams onto Kenny King, who's tied up in a Tree of Woe spot, which I thought was great. A lot of great spots in this match. Kenny King kicks Sabin out of the ring, hits the Royal Flush on Petey for the win, but Sabin's still in it. So I guess next week they're talking about the return of Suicide. So I guess it's going to be Suicide beating 2 guys, and then it's going to be Sabin versus Suicide versus Kenny King for the X Division title, which should be awesome. Backstage, Christopher Daniels is freaking out about Storm, and Kazarian tells him he's got it, calm down, drink your appletinis. D'Lo Brown thanks Anderson for stopping Bully Ray from bashing his brains in last week, and Anderson says he did it for the club. D'Lo buried Wes and Garrett or something. I don't know. That's why Anderson was pissed at him. Whatever. Daniels versus Hernandez. Storm heads to the ring, which freaks out Daniels. He gets distracted. Hernandez tackles him, gets the win. And afterwards, Storm says Hogan wanted him to come out here and make an announcement that at Slammiversary, it's going to be Chavo and Hernandez versus Rude and Aries versus Daniels and Kazarian and versus himself and a mystery partner. So I'm pretty interested in that. I mean, that sounds like it has potential to be a great match. Could be the best match on the show. And the last match is Park versus D'Lo Brown. Not much to this one. Park gets busted open. He sees his blood. He snaps, starts beating up D'Lo Brown, hits the Black Hole Slam for the win. The contract signing with Bully Ray and Sting. Bully comes out. He says he wants Hogan to come out here and listen to this. He talks about how he screwed him all over. Makes another joke about how he screwed Brooke Hogan. And Sting tells Bully at the pay-per-view, you better break my arm, pull off my kneecaps, goozle him, poke out his eyes, because if he doesn't, he's going to do the same thing to you. And he wants the stipulation to be a no-holds-barred match. And Bully Ray says that he agrees to the match, but if Sting loses, he never gets a world title shot again. And Sting accepts this, and they start fighting as the show goes off the air. Now, this is great news, because there is no way I see TNA putting Sting over Bully Ray. He's the top heel right now. So Sting has to lose this match. That's my prediction for the match right now. Sting loses. And that means Sting will never be in the world title picture again, which is awesome. If he wants to stay in the company, great. If he wants to keep wrestling, that's fine too. Keep him in the mid-card, help put other guys over. But he does not need to be in the title picture ever again. And that's what I think is going to happen at this pay-per-view. There's no way he's going to win this match. I just can't believe it. I can't even believe this match is happening. But if it's going to, at least have something like this so that it does not happen again in the future. But anyways, that was this week's Impact. I thought it was a pretty good show. We got 6 matches. I think that's great. For a 2-hour show, they really should not go under 5 matches. And I like the AJ Styles stuff. Curious to see where they're going with this. Like I said, I hope they have a great explanation. The tag match sounds great for the pay-per-view. And, of course, we have Sting, who will never get a world title shot again. So I was pretty happy with this week's episode. So that's my review. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.